Hi, welcome to my presentation. My name is Glenda Rogers. I will be presenting a proposal on a request for an IT technical review board. I will be handing out a proposal copy to each of you so that you may review it while I'm walking through the presentation, or in case you have to leave early, you have all the information you would need to help me make my decision. Thank you. Again, this is a proposal for the IT Technical Review Board. This IT Technical Review Board, referring from this point forward, is a TRB. It will be a cross-functional team that will provide feedback in regards to software and hardware purchases, which impact the infrastructure and desktop teams. Our primary stakeholders will include our infrastructure team, which is our network team, our Windows team, our Unix teams, our database architecture teams, and our Oracle teams. In addition, it will also include the Level 2 application support team, which happens to be the organization that our desktop team is a part of. And most importantly, it will impact our end users, which are our internal customers. Currently, all projects are defined by a stage gate process. The stage gate process is defined by the Architecture Review Board. Depending on the requirements that the ARB is defining, will determine if a project meets the requirements. Once it meets those requirements, it is then passed on to the project management organization. If it does not meet the defined requirements by the ARB, then it will become just a standalone maintenance and upgrade item that the users will put a request in to Remedy-Force, and then the job will be completed by infrastructure teams in a prioritized manner. What's important to know about this, all requests are not stage gated. All requests do not become projects. The requirements for those are maintenance and upgrade items that are 15 man-hours and cost less than $50,000. Again, I'd like to mention all requests are not stage gated. Without a formal process, this creates several communication barriers within our teams. Important specs are missed, meaning hardware purchases are needed, software purchases are needed, we have compliance issues. I will then go over those. Secondly, this can increase our cost, especially if we were not additionally expecting those. Example, if we need a server to go with something that we did not realize that we did need. Again, increasing cost. This also can delay our customers' request. Without a review board, software requests will be last minute, which slows down all the upgrades that we have. An example of this will be a recent request that was put into Remedy-Force. It was a request for a server to be built. The server, although, needed a piece of software that the team who put in the original request through Remedy-Force did not realize that they were going to need. The cost for this license is $700. What the team who requested it failed to realize that in order to run on the other servers, they would also need licenses for each of those. That is approximately about 700 more servers. In total, you can see that would be upwards around over $40,000. Our infrastructure team had a quick meeting to determine what they could do. They found an option to put one license on the host server, which would only cost us about $3,000. This is an incredible difference in cost. Also, this request, once it went in, had to be researched, then a quote had to be received from the vendor, then we had to go through our processing procedure, which then added an extra 2 weeks onto the process. Without a review board, a duplication of efforts can occur. An example of this is a situation when we rolled out List Manager Cloud. Our current browser is standard for Catalina is the Internet Explorer. List Manager Cloud only runs on Google Chrome. Quickly, when it got rolled out and it did not work, as our customers told their customers this would be implemented by a certain time and date, our desktop team had to be taken away from their current daily duties to scramble to get everybody who had List Manager Cloud rolled out, working as quickly as they could. Another example of why a review board would be beneficial is it would help us not duplicate our products. An example of this is a request for a product called Stash. Stash is a software repository. Catalina already owns 3 of those. The cost for this product was $10,000. The request was going through the system, and when it got to the final review, which was our CTO, he began asking, why do we need Stash? Because don't we already have 3 other software repositories? Unfortunately, we wasted his time, and we would have then purchased a yet 4th software repository. Another reason why a review board is important, it can increase our cost, as I have shown already in the previous 3 pieces of information. Another great example of increasing our costs, which is an astronomical amount, is for LogLogic. This was implemented by a different organization within Catalina last year in December. $100,000 worth of equipment was purchased, was brought to our raised floor area, yet the problem is it has not been implemented yet after a year because it does not fit our current architecture. We now need to purchase more pieces of network equipment in order to make the LogLogic hardware work. Again, it has not been implemented for a year. And lastly, without a review board, we run into issues with compliance. As already presented in a couple of the other examples, the Red Hat licenses. When the request for a new server was built, because the team did not properly research what they needed and there was no discussion around that, there was software that needed to be purchased for the building of the server. Now, if it would have been rolled out without the software purchase, we would have been out of compliance. And then when we would have been audited, there would have been an increase in cost associated with delivering equipment without compliance, without being in compliance. I would like to reiterate what a cross-functional team will do for us. It will assist our key stakeholders in prioritizing their work. It will provide better customer service to our end users, which are our internal users. It will prevent the duplication of efforts and environments. It will also promote discussions around technical issues. Again, the TRB is a great example of what Catalina needs. I hope that I've answered any questions that you may have. If not, please reach out to me and I will provide to you whatever it is that you possibly could need. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.